ready to look at network marketing, look at the home-based business concept in a way that probably never existed before. And people that would have maybe turned their nose up, no, I would never do that, all of a sudden are becoming open to it. So our pool of people looking for home-based business is larger than it's ever been in our history. But the industry itself has been around for more than 70 years. $178 billion products, goods, and services marketed this way, and a lot of people don't understand what it is. And folks, all it is another form of distribution, right? I mean, if you look at retail, right, traditional methods of distribution, whatever the business may be, as you look at the products sitting on those shelves, about 50% of the cost of that any given product is advertising, right? They're paying actors and athletes and high budget advertising campaigns, literally, hundreds of millions of dollars to get you to walk into that store, pick the product off the shelf. They advertise to try to compete against other products, but it makes up about 50% of the cost of the product. Well, in network marketing, this form of distribution, zero is spent on advertising. And I say that because people wonder, where's the money come from? I mean, I hear about these crazy incomes that can be earned. How is that even possible? Well, it's possible because we're not paying actors, we're not paying athletes, we're not having these high budget advertising campaigns. That 50% goes to real people with real results. This is 100% driven by people, real people and real people's results and excitement towards what it is they're talking about. I think, as we think about alternatives, and, I think most everybody, let's say, has at least one time or another thought about trying to start their own small business. And it's quickly dismissed, right? Because, $100,000 probably minimum to get into some type of a small business, maybe $500,000 to $1 million to enter into a franchise. And reality is, folks, your opportunity then is limited. I mean, to how many people you can come through that door, that particular storefront or that corner that you may be at. And it's huge, risk, right? I mean, I think of the poor, unfortunate small business owners right now with what's happening in the world. I mean, people are, they've got their life savings. They've got their whole life on a personal guarantee, to open that business. And there's going to be businesses closing. I mean, there's going to be businesses going bankrupt. But even when the business is working, I mean, they're not making huge money. They're making okay money in most cases. I see a Subway, there. I mean, you've got a Subway, $250,000 invested. And, if you really get it working well, after a few years, you might end up taking about $75,000 a year out of it. So real business is hard. And the barriers of entry and the risk and employees and insurance, I mean, it's hard. What we have with Valentis is, I believe, just a better way. The home-based business concept gives you more than the power of any small business, because you can market globally all over the world, and you can do it with virtually no investment. Whatever you need for products right now, through the end of April, the member fee is waived. So $20 to get started doesn't exist, right? It's free through the end of April. And the only thing you need to do is purchase a product. And there's ways and reasons why and options there, but the company gives you everything. I mean, all you really have to do, and we'll talk more about this later, is get excited about it. Talk about our company, talk about our products, share with others what you're doing, the opportunity to sit at home in your living room, in your bed if you choose, and to build your business. And we really put it in the palm of your hands. Your whole business is in your phone if you'd like it to be. What I've learned in my now 30 years in this industry is all of these companies, right, and/or opportunities are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the product, the compensation, timing, training, and support. I'm going to go through this very quickly, right, because I have testimony, a lot to cover here today. But here's what I can tell you, because we all have either heard of someone that's done something like this before, and maybe it didn't work out the way they'd hoped, or we maybe even been involved ourselves, and maybe it didn't work. And yes, it could be due to someone just not applying themselves, right? No matter how great the business, the product, the opportunity is, if you're not willing to do something, talk to someone, it's, pretty easy to understand not much is going to happen. But when you're working hard and it's not happening, then there's something more to play. And what I believe, if 2 or 3 of these critical elements are not in place, you're going to struggle. It's when all 5 come together where the magic happens and the fortunes are made. And that's where I believe we are right now with Valentis. So we're just going to touch briefly. Our company coming up now, this July will be 6 years old, 100% debt free, nearly $200 million in total sales. And that's exciting. But what's more exciting is where we're going. It took us nearly 6 years to do the first 200 million. We're going to do the next 200 million, I believe, the next 18 to 24 months. So very, very exciting time to be with Valentis. And not only are the 5 elements in place, what I term as our 6th element, it's the heart, it's the culture, it's the environment, it's the heart and the passion that spawns from our founder and from our CEO, our visionary behind Valentis, Dave Jordan and his wife Joyce. Salt of the earth people, huge heart, passion, determination. One of the name Valentis actually stands for prevail, and Dave is an epitome of that. So, diet industry, right? Huge. And I think right now, I don't know if anybody saw in the news, the head coach of the St. Louis not the Patriots. New Orleans Saints. The head coach of the Saints had gotten the coronavirus, and he said, the only challenge the one is his appetite. He says, I'd watch TV, get up and eat. I'd commercial come on, I'd get up and eat. Today we're going to come out of this with everybody having gained 10, 15 pounds because they're sitting at home eating, right? We can have a solution for that right now by helping them with their appetite, but we have what I believe is a long-term solution in the area of weight loss. Because the challenge with weight loss programs is you're miserable, right? You're starving yourself, you're depriving yourself, you're eating a meal in a bag, you're drinking a chocolate shake, you're giving something up that you love, and that's why they fail, right? Now imagine having something that you love, something you do every day. You can't imagine not doing it. You're going to do it for the rest of your life, and imagine that. Imagine that helping you control, manage, and even lose weight. And that's where our coffee comes in. Is you love coffee? 80% of the population drinks coffee. They love it. They're going to drink it every day. It's going to help you control your appetite. It's going to help you manage and control your weight. We have a family of weight loss products today. I'm not going to get into them. You can go to valentisproducts.com. You can get more of an overview and understanding of products that we have. But we do have a whole line of products. We have an energy product. We have an immune product. A product called Max, helps with circulation. Just tremendous product. Again, I don't have time to get into the detail. We have a product, Instant Youth. These are real distributors in our company, pictured there. A phenomenal product. Another product called Ageless. We have a product called More Detox. Google Carbon 60. You do yourself a favor, Google Carbon 60. We have exclusive rights to that particular ingredient, and it's a phenomenal overall health benefit product. Emulant, right? We have a product MNC. Scientifically, probably one of the most documented products within the industry of network marketing. This is a patented product, but the product has a clinical study published in a peer medical journal, going up against one of the leading pharmaceuticals and outperforming it. It's a phenomenal product, helping you with inflammation, helping you manage your carbohydrates, helping you, manage and control your blood sugar levels. So phenomenal product. So that brings us up to another quick element, which is timing. And I'm not going to get into great detail here either. Here's what I can tell you. If you can get involved in something before the whole world has heard about it and be part of helping the world learn about it, folks, that is where fortunes are made. That is where you want to be. And everybody tells you they have the best timing, but timing is very predictable. I've studied this. Okay. It's based on numbers. How many distributors are there? What's the sales volume? And based by both of those measurements, the timing of Valentis is not just perfect, but it's perfect around the world. Right now, from a number standpoint, we are as a company right smack dab in what I term as a sweet spot in each of these countries, from Europe to North America to Asia. And we could, as a company, probably, never, I don't know if it's ever happened before, all three regions in the world moving to this critical mass window simultaneously over the course of the next 18 months. So very exciting. Compensation. There are, remember when I talked about retail, traditional retail businesses, 50% of their product is advertising. That 50% is what funds our compensation plan. What's exciting about our comp plan, as a quick note, is we don't have all the hurdles and hoops and structure requirements, making people, fill their garage up with product or buy a bunch of product to try to stay active or involved. That just doesn't happen in Valentis. And that 50% spread out over 7 profit centers. I don't have the time to get into this. We'll talk about it in a moment, but in the app, there's a video, a 13-minute overview on really helping you better understand all 7 of these profit centers. And I would encourage you to check that out to get a better understanding of what this is about. So with that, that is going to me to the question, is do you want to do this? And folks, or not do you want to do this? Can you do this? Sorry. Can you do this? And I absolutely believe you can. You've learned everything you need to know to do Valentis in kindergarten. It's called show and tell. We tell stories about our company, about our products, about what's happened to us and what's happened to others. Now, you've done this. You've already done this. I promise you guys have all done this before in your life. And to prove that, I'm going to ask you a quick question. Have any of you ever eaten at a great restaurant or seen a great movie and told somebody about it? Absolutely 100% of you are going to say, yes, you've done that. Do you think your excitement towards that movie or restaurant influenced someone else to go eat there or go see the movie? Absolutely. I promise you, you all say yes to that. And that's all we do here. I mean, if you can get excited about what I briefly just quickly overviewed with you, and you're willing to share that excitement with others, you can take and you can build a business here, right? I mean, your job is not to try to explain everything that I've just explained to you. Your job is to be excited and share, to stimulate an interest. And this is going to bring me into the training of the app. Is this document will be in the app tomorrow. It's going to be shareable and reviewable. And I want to share quickly how easily you can put this business in the palm of your hands through the Share Valentis app. Of course, the first step is just to get the app, right? Go to your Android or your iPhone app store, download the app, and for Emeralds and above, it's free for a year. For everyone else, it's $5, or I think $4.95 or $5 a month. And this is what you do. You simply, step one, after you've set your app up, step one, you just enter. And this is how simple it could be. Is I see Stephanie on the line there. I say, Stephanie, I just heard something. I just learned about something. I just found out about something. If you're like everybody else, you're stuck at home, wondering if there's what I'm going to do. I found something. I found something that you could start at home, and you need to check this out. And of course, she is like, well, what is it? And to see here, folks, the goal is not to try to explain everything to her. If I explain everything to her, she's going to get a fraction of what it's about. So I'm just going to stimulate an interest, exciting her about a concept, about looking at something. Okay. Refrain yourself from trying to talk about, oh, we got these products and we got this and we got this company and we got this. I mean, refrain yourself. Just stimulate an interest, because if you do, what she's going to say? Really, what is it? Tell me about it. Well, listen, I want to send you an app. I want to send you a link. Okay, I want to send you a link. You need to check it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll into the app, to the videos, and I'm going to share with her the Share Valentis video, or excuse me, the Valentis tour. You see it pictured right up there. And I'm going to tell her right up front, Stephanie, I'm going to send you a link. You're going to need to put your name, your email, and your phone number in here, and that's going to give you access to see what I'm talking about. Right?